At the start of 2021, the family of a former MLA from Arunachal Pradesh was filled with joy. The reason for their happiness was the upcoming arrival of a new member in the family. The family's daughter-in-law was 7 months pregnant. However, before this joy could fully blossom, tragedy struck. The devastating news came that the pregnant daughter-in-law had passed away in a road accident. Since it was a high-profile case, the police arrived at the scene immediately and began their investigation. Initially, everyone thought it was a simple road accident, but as the investigation progressed, shocking revelations started to surface. It became evident that trust and love were betrayed by those close to her. A helpless pregnant woman was brutally killed. This is the story of one of the most chilling cases in the history of Arunachal Pradesh, the Techi Meena Lishi murder case. What exactly happened in this case, entangled in questions of accident and murder? Who was the accused, and what is the current status of the case? Let's unravel everything step by step. The manner in which the police investigated this case deserves appreciation. Stay with us until the end of this story to know more. As mentioned, this story revolves around a woman named Techi Meena Lishi from Arunachal Pradesh. Meena was born into a middle-class family and was bright in academics from an early age. After completing her initial schooling locally, she moved to Itanagar in 2008 for higher education. She enrolled in a polytechnic college there. During her studies, she befriended a boy named Lishi Roni, the son of an MLA from Arunachal Pradesh. Coming from a politically and economically powerful family, Roni's status was evident. Despite their stark differences in social and economic backgrounds, their friendship grew into love. Soon, they decided to spend their lives together. To give their relationship a formal name, both Meena and Roni discussed their plans with their respective families. Initially, their families opposed the match due to the economic disparity. However, when Meena and Roni insisted on getting married, their families reluctantly agreed. In 2012, the two got married. After marriage, Meena and Roni lived happily, and in 2014, they were blessed with a baby girl. While managing her family responsibilities, Meena also worked as the accounts and finance secretary for the Miss Arunachal organization. Meanwhile, Roni focused on expanding his various businesses. Things were going well until 2017, when cracks began to appear in Meena and Roni's relationship. Over time, the differences grew so intense that Roni started demanding a divorce. Both families intervened to understand the reasons behind the demand. With no solid grounds for divorce, the families managed to convince the couple to stay together. Their efforts bore fruit, and the couple reconciled. The next 2 years passed smoothly. However, in 2019, Roni once again demanded a divorce. This time, too, the families stepped in and managed to patch things up. Despite the turbulent relationship, in early 2020, Meena shared the joyful news of her pregnancy with her family. Both families were overjoyed, especially since the couple seemed to have reconciled for good. Roni took good care of Meena and acted as a responsible husband and father. Everything appeared to be going well. By the time Meena was 7 months pregnant, the family had begun preparations to welcome the new member. On November 5, 2020, tragedy struck. Meena was traveling in her Innova car when she met with an accident near Karsingsa Block Point, a secluded area in Arunachal Pradesh. Around midday, the family received the devastating news that shattered their world. According to reports, some passers-by noticed the car off the road. They immediately informed the police. When the police arrived, they found the car below the road with Meena inside, bleeding heavily. Without wasting any time, they rushed her to the nearest hospital. Upon arrival at the hospital, Meena was declared dead. The doctors revealed that the 7-month-old child in her womb had also died in the accident. Initially, it appeared to be an open and shut case, seemingly straightforward. However, as it involved a high-profile family, senior police officers visited the accident site for a thorough investigation. An FIR related to the accident was registered at Bandardeva police station. The police were struck by one glaring anomaly. When they reached the scene, Meena's body was found inside the car, but the driver was missing. Additionally, Meena's body bore deep wounds, yet the car itself showed only minor damage. This discrepancy raised suspicions. How could someone inside the car sustain such grave injuries? fatal enough to result in death, while the vehicle remained relatively undamaged. Sensing a conspiracy, the authorities formed a special investigative team comprising senior officers. The first priority was to locate and question the driver. Using contact details obtained from Meena's husband, Lishi Roni, the police tracked down the driver, who was identified as Dang Swang. When questioned about fleeing the scene, the driver admitted, "I was scared, so I ran away." His response failed to satisfy the investigators. The police took him into custody for further questioning. To their astonishment, they found that while Meena had died due to severe injuries, the driver was unharmed, not even a scratch on his body. This deepened their doubts. Interrogations with the driver stretched over hours, but he kept repeating the same story. "I dozed off and the car veered off the road leading to the accident." The investigators refused to accept his explanation. Meanwhile, Meena's post-mortem report revealed shocking findings. Her death was not caused by the accident. Instead, she had been attacked. The report suggested she was struck with a heavy object, like an iron hammer. Signs of assault were evident on various parts of her body. Faced with mounting evidence, the police intensified their questioning of the driver. After 4 grueling days, his defenses crumbled. The truth he revealed shook everyone. This was no accident, he confessed. Meena was murdered and the accident was staged to cover it up. The next pressing question was, who orchestrated the murder and why? The driver's answer stunned the investigators. Meena's husband, Lishi Roni, planned her murder, he admitted. Following this revelation, Lishi Roni was arrested on November 10, 2020. During his interrogation, a chilling story unfolded. Unable to secure a divorce from Meena, Lishi plotted to eliminate her. He reached out to an old friend, Kawang, from Tirong village to help execute his sinister plan. Lishi insisted that the murder should look like an accident to avoid suspicion. Kawang in turn hired 2 contract killers from nearby Tirap district, Dato Suyang and Tane. Together they devised a plan to kill Meena and make it appear as though she had died in a car accident. When both agreed to commit the murder, Kapwa took them to a hotel in Itanagar on October 27, 2020. The next day, October 28, 2020, Lishi Roni also arrived at the hotel. All 4 sat together to finalize the murder plan. Lishi Roni promised to pay the contract killer 7 lakh in exchange for killing his 7-month pregnant wife. As an advance, Lishi handed over 2 lakh to the killer on October 28 itself, promising the remaining 5 lakh after the murder was executed. In this meeting, it was decided to make the murder look like a road accident to avoid suspicion. Another meeting took place on October 30, 2020, where it was planned that Datha Suyam would act as Meena's new driver and execute the murder. However, on November 2nd, Suyam informed Roni's friend that he could not carry out the task alone. Subsequently, Damia Koya was also included in the plan. The final date for the murder was set as November 5, 2020. On November 4th, a final review of the preparations was conducted, and the location for the murder was fixed. Finally, the planned date arrived. On the morning of November 5, 2020, as per the conspiracy, Lishi Roni told his wife Meena that they needed to travel to Karsangsa for a land deal. He insisted that she accompany him. According to the plan, the new driver, Datha Suyam, picked up Meena and her husband from their house. On the way, he picked up Damia Koya, who sat in the back seat. As the car moved forward, crossing a Shiva temple along the way, Damia, sitting in the back, suddenly attacked Meena. She struggled, attempting to defend herself, and screamed for help. However, no one in the car came to her rescue. Amidst the struggle, Damia grabbed a heavy iron hammer kept nearby and struck Meena repeatedly. He continued attacking until she stopped breathing. Once everyone was sure Meena was dead, they carefully moved the car forward and pushed it into a ditch by the side of the road to make it appear like an accident. The conspirators then fled the scene. Later, some passers-by noticed the car in the ditch and informed the police. The police quickly determined it was not an accident, but a murder. However, the motive for the killing was still unclear. During further investigation, the police uncovered the reason behind the murder: Lishi Roni's extramarital affair. In 2016, Lishi Roni fell in love with a woman named Chumi Taya. Obsessed with her, he tried to divorce his wife but failed. When his divorce plans didn't succeed, he plotted to kill his wife and brutally murdered his 7-month pregnant wife. After this revelation, the police arrested all 5 individuals involved in the conspiracy. Meena's family accused Chumitaya of being involved in the plot, leading to her arrest as well. Further investigation also implicated a man named Vijay Vishwas, alias Dengue, who was arrested too. The suspects were charged with murder, conspiracy, destruction of evidence, and the killing of an unborn child under multiple serious sections. As the investigation progressed, the accused applied for bail on January 5, 2021, but their requests were rejected. On February 4, 2021, the police filed a charge sheet against 7 individuals. During subsequent hearings, on January 10, 2023, Chumitaya and Vijay Vishwas were acquitted due to a lack of evidence, while Lishi Roni and the remaining accused were charged and sent to jail. Currently, all accused are imprisoned in Julie District Jail, and the case is being heard in the local court. Friends, while the guilty will eventually receive justice from the court, what punishment do you think these monsters deserve for mercilessly killing an innocent woman? Let us know in the comments. If you appreciate our effort, please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed to our Crime Story channel, do so now and press the bell icon. Stay connected for more such crime stories. Thank you.